Delusion, believe it or not, plays a very strong role in success. I've had a lot of instances where I was an underdog. I kind of didn't have avenues for success, but yet I came up on top. How did I do this? And how did delusion help me come out as a successful person? So, before I jump into the topic, let me tell you about my day and why I'm playing video games right now, but also recording content. So, I woke up around 6:30. I did a 4-mile workout on the elliptical, and we are at, let's check the fitness stats. We are at 735 calories burnt for the day. I'll leave a screenshot, and we're gonna hit another workout. I'm gonna lift right after this to complete my workouts for the day. I did the elliptical, I did a little bit of core, and I'm gonna hit either chest or back later today. So the day is not over. It's only 4:47 p.m. But I woke up and I started a new job today at the best company, the best finance company in the world. You guys can see a little bit of B-roll on what I did today if I have not shown you already. But heading into college, I was actually a biology major, believe it or not. I didn't start off as a finance major or an engineering major, and today I just started my dream role at my dream company. So delusion played a large part in my success today. Later this month, I have been invited to the Forbes 30 Under 30 conference, and this will be an opportunity for me to network and grow my brand as well as my career more than what I've done so far. Apart from this, I also have a paid podcast shoot, a sponsored podcast shoot on my main channel, Attitude, later this month. So in the 3 realms of my career, in my day job, in my side hustle, which is YouTube/podcasting, and also fitness, I have made significant progress. And a large part of this progress came from a sense of delusion. The word ambition to me means that I want to achieve something that I don't even have right now. If you guys look at me right now, I'm 195 pounds at 6 feet tall, but I want to achieve a 6-pack. Right now, this is outside the realm of possibility, but that's why you have to be delusional to make a lot of these things happen. I've kind of talked about this in previous videos, but I basically put all the chips, I bet all the chips on myself. And I've done this throughout my life and throughout my career. I started off as a biology major, bet on myself to not pursue biology, got myself an internship at MIT, later decided to pivot to software engineering, actually even had to leave my parent university and make a path for myself. I bet on a long distance relationship, but later when that didn't work out, I had to bet on myself to build a YouTube channel, and my main channel is at 85,000 subscribers. I bet on a fat kid having a very desirable and achievable physique, and I went ahead and achieved that. So delusion actually played a big part in all of the success that I've had so far in my life. People always tell you, hey, don't daydream, don't imagine this like hazy, dreamy future, because it's never gonna turn out that way. But that's exactly against the law of attraction. The law of attraction states that you should desire something so much, so very much, that everything in the universe will conspire to see. I'm just talking better once half of my brain is just like doing something else. I think that's what makes these talks so authentic, because I can just switch off the nervous part of my brain and I can engage that in a form of motor function, like I'm playing a soccer game right now, or if I'm driving or something like that. And the other part of me can just talk to you guys and share some wisdom, and my heart rate is actually a little bit lower. So the law of attraction states that we must desire something more than anything else in the world, and that's when we will manifest it for ourselves. So for me, I always wanted to work in the company that I work in right now. And if you guys are wondering, it rhymes with Oldman Stacks. Yeah, if some of you have figured it out, I did not reveal the company. But this was not achievable for a guy who could barely talk in an American accent, or who could barely envision himself as a successful person, or who picked a major which had no future because I didn't want to be a doctor and I didn't have a very strong GPA due to something that happened in college. So in crucial parts of my life, what helped me most was to really shut off my brain and essentially engage in desire and delusion. I basically allowed myself to want something so bad. Even the relationship I have now, the girl that I'm dating, there was a point in my life when I was so fat and so ugly that it couldn't even have been a possibility. But I made it happen by being delusional, believing in myself, and desiring what I wanted and taking action in that direction at all costs. So what did I do in my life to achieve success? Where I have a nice apartment now in a city like Chicago, I work at one of the best companies, I have a stable relationship, and I can pretty much do whatever I want. I can work on my YouTube, I can build my body, I can level up my character, I can pursue real estate on the side. All of these things are the result of my past hard work. But I was never in a position to succeed in the past. I was always in a situation where I had to make my way out. If you look at the first few vlogs on this channel, this is my OG channel. This is like the channel that's closest to my heart. So I'm gonna be the most authentic. You can see that I was a different person than who I am today. The way I look, the way I carry myself, the confidence that I have in myself, I was a completely different person. And the one thing that allowed me to transform into the person I am now at age 28 is delusion. I believed in myself more than my mom believed in myself, more than my dad believed in myself, in me. I believed in myself badly. And that's what allowed me to have a 2.5 GPA but work in one of the best companies. That's what allowed me to get an internship at MIT with a 2.5 GPA in college, and then later get an offer for a PhD at MIT. I actually received a letter of recommendation for a doctorate program at MIT. And I made this happen because I was a very nerdy kid, and my dad struggled a lot, and he always had high expectations for me. And at the time, I just couldn't match up to them. So I always felt like I wasn't smart enough, or I always felt like I had a chip on my shoulder. And what guided me in my life was delusion. I felt like I was so far behind other people, whether it was being obese, whether it was being ugly, whether it was not being smart enough. The one thing that guided me was my sense of delusion. And I essentially had to tear down my past. I had to tear down who I was and create a completely new character. That's why I love this game, because I can create a lot of characters and just endlessly have them succeed. And the best game that I've ever played is my career. That's why when I play FIFA or something, I always play career mode, because I like feeling in control of my career. The efforts that I put forward basically all stem from delusion. Right now, I'm making 6 figures. I'm 28 years old. I live in Chicago. I have a girlfriend. I have a Mercedes-Benz, but I want to aim higher. I want to have a 6-pack. I want to be a vice president in my company. I want to have a real estate license so I can earn commissions and build a completely different side career. I want to grow my YouTube channel. I want to put out podcasts. I want to build the fitness brand that sponsors me. And eventually I want all of this to lead towards an empire. And if you think I'm delusional right now, watch me in a few years. Thank you for watching. See you at the top. Peace.